Welcome to Prior to the Snap. We're back again, this time for another on-site interview. I absolutely love getting to do these and bring you information from around Oklahoma City about some of the hottest spots to come for sports. In this case, I'm in 3019 South Robinson on location at Malandrin Boxing. And again, I am just honored to get to be here. Today, I am sitting down with Kike Galindo, the owner. He's 43 years old. This gentleman is absolutely amazing. I've had some time to sit down, talk with him, and get to know him before we kind of came on air and just kind of shared, right? Because I love this. I love that we get to have just an unabashed view, him, raw, real, and he's going to tell you guys all about Malandrin, all about what it means to him, what it means about this community. It's amazing. Hey, Kike, man, love having you here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for coming by, man.
Hey,
Thank
man,
you.
it is an absolute honor and Welcome to Prior to the Snap. We're back again, this time for another on-site interview. I absolutely love getting to do these and bring you information from around Oklahoma City about some of the hottest spots to come for sports. In this case, I'm in 3019 South Robinson on location at Malandrin Boxing. And again, I am just honored to get to be here. Today, I am sitting down with Kike Galindo, the owner. He's 43 years old. This gentleman is absolutely amazing. I've had some time to sit down, talk with him, and get to know him before we kind of came on air and just kind of shared, right? Because I love this. I love that we get to have just an unabashed view, him, raw, real, and he's going to tell you guys all about Malandrin, all about what it means to him, what it means about this community. It's amazing. Hey, Kike, man, love having you here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for coming by, man.
Hey,
Thank
man,
you.
it is an absolute honor and a privilege to get to be here in you guys' light, man. This is great. This is great. You know, this is going to sound kind of corny, but I used to fight back in the day in the Oklahoma Karate Association, and I was part of Wild Bunch. And I remember I talked to a gentleman, Andy Pierce, and you may know Andy, I don't know. He talked highly about you here the other day, by the way. And something that we talked about in an interview with him is I said the warrior spirit. You know, I used to always talk about, especially during belt testing, you know, everybody was there. And I've been blessed. I've been getting to watch so many amazing fighters here today train in person. And you can feel that warrior spirit. You can really tell everybody is into this, honing their craft, feeling it, and just that spirit. I want to make sure I mention that because for anybody that's even considering getting into boxing, this is a place that you want to be. You want to be in their light. Now, let me jump in and let me talk about you here. I think the first question, the first thing should be, what led you to want to open Malandrin?
Well, man, it's basically, man, I started with my little brother. He was younger. I'm 10 years older than he is. And I took him to a local boxing gym here at the farmer's market. And he didn't want to stay because, you know, he felt like, hey, I was his big brother. I took him to play football and basketball and everything. So I was like, okay, I'll stay and train with you. So I started training, man, and then I just fell in love with the sport, man. And then from there, I mean, I was there for, you know, 3-4 years. And then I decided to open up my own gym after that.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. Let me ask you this. So as a business owner, you know, I'm sure that there are times where you come in here, right? You're the first one in here, all the lights are off, and, you know, you come in, you pop the lights on. What's the feeling that you get when you walk into this gym, when this place is empty, as a business owner, but also as the proprietor of this gym? What's the feeling? Like, how does it feel to know, you know, that you're here standing in Malandrin?
Man, I look at it and I feel like when you go home and you plug up your iPhone and you get that charge, that's the same charge I get. When I get in here, man, and I see it empty, I'm pumped, man. I'm ready to go.
So, what is your motivation?
My motivation, man, is just being grateful to be alive and make the day count. You see what I'm saying? And just coming here, this is what I do towards the end of the day. I work full time. I get off and I come here and I just get supercharged and I'm like, I'm gonna finish the day strong, you know?
I love that about the battery. There's so much allegory for life there, just how a person is like a battery. It's interesting because somebody said to me here the other day, they talked about energy suckers. And they were saying that there's so many different things that are around us, your normal job and all these things that can chew away at that battery, and that just pulls at you. And it's interesting to hear how you say that you get that supercharge here. So after a day at your normal job, at the everyday grind or whatever it is that you've been through, to know that you can break that threshold, come in here and feel that charge, feel refreshed, if you will. That's absolutely outstanding.
Yes, man. And like I said, and it's just loving every minute of it, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So I want to kind of get into this. I know that we spoke off air, we were talking about life, and I know that my listeners know I'm very candid. It's my testimony. I love to tell people that I've died. That, back when I was 33 years old, of course, I had my heart attack. I was playing football, everything was great, and I lost it. And that's how I ended up here on sports radio. And when we were talking, you mentioned to me that you have a testimony, that you've been through some things and felt refreshed, if you will, and had that fresh start. I wonder, would you be interested in talking about that and how that ties in to who you are here and almost what that spirit is of Malandrin?
Yeah, of course, yes, I'd love to. So, when I was younger age, man, I used to drink a lot, man. I used to drink a lot, just like any other, normal young man, just go party and I just didn't listen, man. I was riding a motorcycle, drinking and driving. So one night it caught up to me because, you always say it's never going to happen to me. So I was just basically, just drunk, man. And I was doing I remember I had full throttle on the motorcycle, man. I remember that night. And I slowed it down and I looked at my meter and I was, dropped it down to 80. And I just hit another motorcycle crossing the lane on the highway and I fell. Didn't have a helmet, had shorts, took all my skin, broke my leg. And all I heard was the semi tires just breaking behind me. I was like, I'm dead, And I just remembered my life and everything just right in front of me. Like they say, it happens so quick, but you're aware of what's going on. There's just two sides. And I remember this lady said, hey, is he dead? Is he dead? And I tried to get up. I was like, no, pick me up. So I was full of blood and I see my leg just kind of flopping on skin.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, I'm laying down. And after that, I said, oh, I'm done. So I went to they kept me in the hospital. They did a lot of work to me. I'm grateful for the people at the hospital. I could have lost my leg. I was 375 pounds at the time.
Wow.
And the doctor told me that I had to lose at least 40 pounds so I can sustain my leg. 9 months without walking, that was pretty bad. And that was the first time that it happened to me. And I know God was talking to me then, but I didn't listen. So 8-10 years later down the road, man, I was in the incident where I'm grateful for these people that did this to me. I went into the wrong place at the wrong time, and I just got stabbed, man. I got stabbed, and I got cut up pretty bad, and I'm like, still not listening. I drove myself all the way back home. I live 18 miles from where the incident happened.
Yeah.
I had a punctured lung, lost a lot of blood.
Wow.
Got to my wife drove me to the hospital, and I was talking to her in the car and just telling her, if I don't make it, giving her instructions basically, and then she got me there quick, and I remember being in the hospital, being really mad. When somebody does something to you, you want to go ahead and retaliate real quick and do that kind of stuff. So it took me some time. I know I had a lot of people praying for me. So, I was at my house and, I was looking outside. I live in the country, and, I was looking at all the beautiful things, and something came to my mind. I started reading the Bible, and I was like, man, if God created this in 7 days, and this is beautiful to us, we live for this, temptations, and we live for all this. Just imagine, he said he was coming back for us, 2,000 years ago, just imagine the place he's preparing now, And, I started reading about forgiveness and everything, and it's like, what, things happen for a reason, and I know this happened for a reason, and that just really changed my mind, and being like, okay, I accept what happened, and I'm not mad. I'm grateful for the people that did it, because if they would have never done that, I would have never been in this position. You see what I'm saying? I would have never listened. So that was my second chance
Yeah.
of life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what really changed me, man, and made me who I am now. And that's what really motivated me. From there, I opened up this gym because I was serving at another gym, and I opened this gym. I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a difference in my community, regardless of, what happened to me. And, I talk to, a couple youths, and I go to barbershops and I see kids with, guns, on them, you know what I mean, 15, 16 years old. And I'm like, man,
Wow.
they got to go through it too, but
Yeah.
if I have somewhere they can come, they can speak to me,
That is, first off, if I could just say thank you, because that is raw, right? That's extremely vulnerable, and I appreciate you sharing that. More than anything, my hope is that somebody else is going to hear that, right? Somebody else in our listening audience is going to hear that, and they're going to say, man, I gotta pause, I gotta take a second. Or somebody that's going to hear that and they're going to say, man, I got to talk to this guy. Somebody that's going to want to come down here and just feel that same stewardship. It's interesting, as I listen to you talk, you have a very fatherly sense about you in the way that you tell that story, because you don't seem to tell it from a place of anger or from a place of pain as much as it seems like vindication. That is your testimony. And I am thankful, again, that you would share that. I really appreciate it. Let me say this, kind of just as a segue. You seem to have a servant's heart, right? And that's pretty obvious from what you just said as you talked about barbershops and the youth that you see sometimes. I want to know what you feel or what you want this gym to be in this community, as a pillar of this community. What is this a place where you want for, if somebody feels hurt, where they can walk in and they just need a hug? If this is a place where somebody has been bullied or something terrible's going on and they can come here, they can talk to you and they can find out, man, I want to learn how to box, I want to learn how to protect myself. What was and what is your dream for this facility in the community in Oklahoma City?
Well, man, I love building kids' self-confidence. So bullies is my specialty. Like, if the kid's getting bullied, and I can show him how to defend himself and build his self-confidence where he can walk with his head high. That's the greatest feeling ever.
Yeah.
But my vision for this, man, is I want to have an Olympic facility, and I want to have world-class Olympians here, and at the same time help other kids build their self-confidence watching these Olympians, so if they can do that, I can do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I love that. Absolutely love that. So while we're talking about the community and everything that's going on, I know that you spoke to me about a raffle. You said there's a raffle that's going on, and a big question I have is, how do people support, right? I know that I mentioned what the address was, but we have massive reach here in Oklahoma City. I want to know, how do people around Oklahoma City, surrounding cities, etc., if there's people that want to give donations, if there's people that just want to drop like water and Gatorade, whatever it may be, however they want to get involved, how can people get involved? Tell us more about the raffle. Tell us more about what you got going on.
Okay, well, the raffle, this is our first year that we're having a raffle on. We got Premier Stone countertops, we have iPlum, and we have GS Contracting. They came together and threw a package for us. They said, we're gonna update your kitchen. We're gonna give you up to 60 square feet. That's up to 2 slabs of level 1, what they have in stock. And I mean, this company is massive. I mean, they can just basically do anything. And they're gonna go and rip out your old countertops. They're gonna put new countertops on. The plumbers are gonna come in and put the valve and hook up all the sink. And another company's gonna come and put your backsplash on it. It's a turnkey job. I mean, the price range from there is anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 to remodel, to upgrade your kitchen.
Wow.
And for $50, I mean, you can have a chance to win it, and that's going to benefit us on the programs that we want to build, and we want to travel. We want to take these kids traveling. We want to show them different things, you know what I mean, and maybe, build a workshop somewhere, you know what I mean, to show them some, life skills about, basic home necessity stuff, you know what I mean, like say you put a light bulb in, or a plug, or the difference between a drill and an impact. Kids don't know that these days, you know what I mean? Right. So we want to build a bigger program, and like I said, man, it's just, sky's the limit, man. You know what I mean? I have a vision where, you know, I want to have a massive facility. I want to have different kinds of training. I want to just, you know, be explosive. You know what I mean? Where other states is going to be like, hey, what are you doing? What can we do to do the same thing? And you know, I'm be more than happy to help them. You know what I mean? To do the same thing. You know.
Interoperability, absolutely beautiful. I love that. I love that. Again, like I say, just your passion. I absolutely love your passion. Let me ask you this: do you have anything else that you would like to add? Anything that you want to say? Anything that maybe I haven't hit on? Because goodness knows, I'm just scratching the surface with you here today.
Okay. Man, just we covered everything, just basically everything. But you know, I didn't tell you how to get the raffle tickets, right?
Right. Yeah. No, that's super important.
That's
super
important. So okay. So also, you know, during the months of during the summer months, we also have food. I mean, we sell food. I mean, we sell really good Mexican enchiladas. We're having Mexican enchilada sale tomorrow.
Nice.
And so for the raffle fundraiser, you can go to Malandrin Box on Facebook and get information. And also there is a Cash App deal there. And there's just, you can come by 3019 South Robinson from Monday to Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. And you can come pick up your ticket here and we can give you more info here.
If you would spell Malandrin for everybody out there in Radio Land that can't see it.
Okay, Malandrin spelled Malandrin and then Box, BOX.
Perfect. Yeah. Awesome. I appreciate that. We're coming to the conclusion of this interview, and if there's one thing I think I'm known for here at Prior to the Snap, it's that final question. I ask every person that I interview this last question. I think it's important that everybody, especially everybody that's involved in sports, anybody that's been an athlete, we all have a story and we've all been impacted by something. And so I ask everyone, if you could send a message to the world right now, what would it be?
Man, I would tell them to seek God and look for God, and whatever they do, they're going to succeed. I mean, in whatever they do, and that's what I've been doing. You know, I seek Him first, and you know, He's put this in front of me, and we've been prospering.
It's amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for allowing us into your house here tonight. It means the world. Folks, I tell you, Kike Galindo was absolutely amazing. You have to get down here. Come down here. Remember what I said at the beginning about the warrior spirit, about the aura, about how welcoming this place is. 3019 South Robinson, right here in Oklahoma City, Malandrin Boxing. Before we depart, let me say, as I always do, because I keep you guys updated, we here at Prior to the Snap, we do not deserve your support the way you guys are giving it. Record-breaking 1.4 million reach this week across Facebook, folks. We don't deserve it. Over 40,000 people have engaged with our content this week alone. Again, we don't deserve it, but we are absolutely thankful. Keep pushing, keep driving us, because we don't exist without you. Thank you so much. And until next time, folks, we're good right here at Prior to the Snap.